on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag a bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you. Team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
6 yards.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there, second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On third down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Brissett now. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Darius Leonard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Anthony Walker, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And taken right on the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check safety.
Now Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go. Set. Look the flag. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their 't blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do? Put a man on him. The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, he completes it to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Ryan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Exit. And we're going 30 right.
From the gun, here's Bissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on the gain of 10. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run with Hines. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Brissett. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. 61. Match spot. Check.
Here's Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
51,
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play that time for the Colts. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brissett now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
53, Mike. And come on out here. Come get 20, Mike.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
All day, every day. Let's
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Play fake. Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now it's blocked. The Colts have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Out of the gun, Brissett sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ryan wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Ryan looking in zone for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Colts 6.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And the catch made by Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Brissett to throw on first. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Play action now. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is
Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. The 30. A big run there by Freeman. Give him 69 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. And you talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Falcons, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. Came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for them that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go